Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm doing a little bit kind of just chill video. I'm going to be just sitting here and I'm going to be explaining to you my top 5 concealers. I think concealer is something that's very important because it serves many purposes. It's good for highlighting, it's good if you just want some light coverage, but it's also good to cover up blemishes and any other imperfections you might have. So I think it's really important to have a really good concealer. And I've tried a ton of different concealers throughout my time of doing makeup, and I think I've come down to like 5 that I'm pretty happy with. And I mean, I'm sure there's more out there that I'm going to try, but as of right now, over the past few years that I've been really into makeup, I've found these 5 that I'm just really into. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you the 5 that I have and just what different uses I have for them and how I apply them, because I apply all these, well, I don't always apply concealer the same because some have different consistencies, and depending on what I'm using the concealer for, I might apply it a little bit differently. First, I would like to mention that this is a requested video, and because I'm always asking you guys what videos you'd like to see, and then someone told me what they wanted to see, I just jumped on doing it. So thank you, Emily Holloway, am I saying that right, for sending in your request for this video. So this one's for you, and then anyone else that wants to see this video. So I'm just gonna get into the concealers. So the first one I have is a concealer that I would use for if I just want to wear concealer and powder and don't want to wear foundation, and this is the Boo Boo Cover-Up from, well, I mean, the brand is Boo Boo Cover-Up, and it's literally just a site that sells, I think, foundation and concealer. I will put the link down below. I got this in Ipsy Glam Bag, and I absolutely love this. So I have this one in my skin tone because, like I said, I don't use this one for highlighting or anything like that. I use it to prime my eyes for eyeshadow, and I use it just to cover up any blemishes or redness that I might have on days that I don't want to wear foundation. So I really like this concealer, and it's a really good consistency. It is not super thick, but it's not super wet either. And I haven't found that it creases on me. Let me zoom in. Okay, so this is just a swatch of it, and then it blends out really nicely. It's really smooth, and as you can see, when it blends out, it's the color of my skin tone. So I use this one for days that I don't want to wear foundation, as I've said. Okay, so a drugstore concealer that I really love. I use this one sometimes for highlighting. It depends on how tan I am, because they don't have very many shades in this one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and this is supposed to be very comparable to the NARS Creamy Concealer, which I have not tried, and I do want to try it. But I did get this one because I watched Lustre Lux, is that how you pronounce her channel? Anyways, I watched her comparison, and she said just how similar they were, and really the only difference is the NARS one has a lot more options in color. I think if I ever want to use this consistency of concealer for actual highlighting, I think I'll go with the NARS one, but as of right now, I use this concealer for covering up blemishes, and I also use it in conjunction with another concealer to highlight under the eyes. So I don't use this one specifically for highlighting, but so that it's not a stark white, I'll mix this with another concealer and put it under the eyes, because this one blends out so nicely. This one blends out probably the easiest out of all my concealers. So this is just, what it looks like. I think you've all seen this, and it just blends out very nicely. So I really like this, and it doesn't crease on me as of yet. I haven't seen that. There's actually a decent amount of product in this, and this only runs for about $6. Now, the concealer that I used in conjunction with that one is the NYX HD concealer. This one is very comparable to the MAC Prolongwear concealer. It's not as high coverage, but it's like the same consistency. It's like that really thin, kind of wetter, if that makes sense. It's more water-based instead of thicker. And this is my highlighting one that I use if I want to do a drugstore look. And so it's of course a lot lighter than my skin tone, and then when I blend this one out, I just pat it like this so that I can keep that highlight. Now, I do have complaints about these. These run out so fast. If I use this every day, it will literally last like 2 or 3 weeks. It'll last 2 or 3 weeks without having to really scrape it out. If I really scrape the product out, it can last me about a month. But that's if I do my makeup every day. But this seriously just doesn't last long. It's really kind of annoying because they're always out of the shades too because it is so popular. But the concealer itself I absolutely love, and it's one that I've constantly repurchased. I did go buy a brand, I just got back from there. I went to the mall because I couldn't do a concealer video without having one of my all-time favorite concealers, which is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. So this one's brand new, and I'm in the shade NC15 because I use this concealer strictly for under eye highlighting. Yeah, so here it is. This is, of course, very similar to this one in consistency, but the thing about this is there's a lot more product in this, and so in a way, it's kind of the same value, if not better, than getting the NYX one, because this is like $4, and about 5 or 6 of these is the same amount as like one of these for me, because this will last me for a few months if I use it every day. So I think in a way it's actually better for me just to get this one, so I'm not constantly having to go back to Ulta and get another one. But I do enjoy both of these. If you really have been wanting to try the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer but it's just too expensive, go pick this one up. It's so much, it's very similar. It has a good range in colors and everything. So yeah, but anyways, I do like the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm happy to have another one. But this one, as I said, I use as a highlighting. Hang on, let me get it out. Okay, yeah, so here it is. It's a very wet consistency, but it never creases on me, and it's very good for highlighting. And one little dot goes a very long way, as you can see. It just keeps going. And this was just the tiniest amount. So I absolutely love this concealer, and it lasts me a very, very long time. It's probably my favorite concealer of all time. But I do, of course, want to try out some others. But this is my favorite concealers as of right now. Okay, so then I have one more concealer that I absolutely love. I received it in an Ipsy glam bag, and I had to go get the full size because I loved it so much. This is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye with collagen and vitamin C and K. I love this concealer, of course, for under the eye. If I want some really heavy coverage, so this is really good for like the fall and the winter time when you really want good coverage and you don't want anything super light on the skin. Tiny bit goes a long way, like that little dot, because it's so thick. The heat from your hand is what makes it work, and the heat from your hand will help it blend out. I do highly suggest, if you use this concealer, use a beauty blender or a beauty sponge because it is thick. It is really, really thick, but it doesn't crease. It's really funny because you would think the thicker concealers would crease, but at least for me, it hasn't creased at all. So I do enjoy this one, and I do have this in light because, like I said, I like to highlight under the eye. But I also think this concealer, even though it's a Bye Bye Under Eye, because it's supposed to cover up those under eye circles, because of the thickness of it, I think if you get one that's your skin tone, it's really good just for like putting on blemishes and then patting it out with a beauty blender. So I really enjoy this concealer also. Okay, so that is it for my top 5 concealers. I hope you enjoyed this. Actually, now that I've done the video, I can see kind of how important it would be to do this kind of video because there's just hundreds of concealers out there. There's so many different brands, so many different ones to try. So I think it's really nice to see like other people's opinions and all the different ones that they've tried and which ones have worked for them. Let me know down below what are some of your favorite concealers, because I'm looking around for some more to try. And the next on my list to try is the Naked Skin from Urban Decay because I've heard great things about that. So let me know down below any concealers that you suggest. I've tried the Sonia Kashuk concealer, the one that used to come in quads and now it comes in like pots or whatever, the little creamy one. And I've tried the NYX one in like a little jar. The concealer in a jar, I can't remember exactly what it's called. And then I've tried, you know, some from e.l.f. and a couple of drugstore ones. But let me know what concealers you are loving down below so that I can go try them out. So anyways, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give a big old thumbs up and comment down below and hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos. And yeah, so I think I'm going to get going and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.